I'm just a poor delivery boy, but I easily fixed Mr. Jung's multi-million-dollar antique chair. Young Master Fu threw a 3 million annual salary at me, begging me to be his exclusive consultant, but I just gave him a cold smirk. The skills my grandpa taught me will never bow down to big money. 2 years ago, I was living out in the country, working myself to the bone every month. Just a small-time carpenter who couldn't even make $2,000. My buddy back home told me delivering food in the big city could pull in over 10 grand a month. So I dropped my tools and rushed to Shanghai. Right now, I'm holding a 28-buck braised chicken and rice order. Standing in the entryway, watching this billionaire, Mr. Jung, pacing around like a nervous wreck. If you guys can't fix this chair, your company is totally done for. Mr. Jung, please calm down. This is a rosewood yoke-backed armchair, a priceless Ming Dynasty antique. We really don't dare to just mess with it. All the top experts in the country who can fix this are fully booked until next year. I don't care. I'm hosting a private cocktail party at home this weekend. This chair is the centerpiece of the whole event. If anything goes wrong, which one of you is gonna pay for ruining my reputation? If you don't sign for this soon, I'm gonna get a $3 late penalty. Don't touch that. Mr. Jung, Can I take a look? You're just a delivery boy. What do you know about Ming Dynasty antiques? My family back home used to do this. Mr. Jung, the museum experts definitely won't make it in time. Why don't we just let him try? The worst has already happened anyway. Let's just take a desperate gamble. Listen here, kid, if you mess this up, your whole life won't be enough to pay for it. Go ahead and look, but you better be careful. Whatever you do, do not shake it. The wooden peg just came loose. It's no big deal. Peg? What peg? The peg is just a tiny wooden block used to lock the internal joints together. Over a long time, the wood naturally shrinks from changes in humidity. The overall structure is actually still perfectly fine. So, what are you supposed to do about it? I just need to find a small piece of hardwood, carve a brand new peg, and hammer it right back in. It'd be best to add a little fish bladder glue too. Fish bladder glue? What the hell is that? It's a traditional adhesive. It doesn't damage the wood at all. And if you heat it up later, you can take it apart without leaving a scratch. Oh, and where exactly are we supposed to find this fish glue right now? I think I still have a little stash left in the tool bag under my delivery bike. Mr. Jung, could I borrow your kettle to boil some water? All done. Just let it sit for an hour until the glue dries completely, and it's good to go. It's rock solid, Mr. Jung, it really is as sturdy as a mountain. That's it? It's really fixed? Those antique experts and college professors studied it all day and hit a total dead end. Yet you managed to fix it in 5 minutes flat. It's just the old craftsmanship passed down from our ancestors. It's nothing that magical. Young man, did you really do this for a living before? Yeah, I learned it all from my grandpa. Give me your Alipay account. I'm transferring 20,000 to you right now. 20,000? 20,000 bucks. That's way more than I make enduring the scorching sun and heavy rain. Busting my ass doing deliveries day and night for a whole month. It's several times more. But little did I know, this 20,000 bucks. Just a shadow. Pushing open the door to a whole other world. Hello, who's this? Is this Master Lin Yuan? I'm a friend of Mr. Jung's. My last name is Zhou. Hello, how can I help you? I have a 12-panel red sandalwood folding screen from the Qing dynasty at my place. There seems to be a problem with it. Get over here right now and take a look at it for me. A 12-panel red sandalwood folding screen from the Qing dynasty? What do you think you're doing? Leave the food delivery on the rack by the door. You don't belong in here. Get out. Let him in. Understood. Right this way. The internal structure of the wood in the 7th panel has undergone severe degradation. The fiber tension is completely shot, causing the surface to warp by about 3 millimeters. Give me a solution and a price. It has to be dismantled immediately. We'll send it to our institute's climate-controlled lab for a 3-stage dehydration and tension correction process. This is delicate work. The entire process will take at least 3 months. As for the cost, out of respect for you, Mr. Joe, I'll do a flat rate of 800,000. If you take it apart, this screen is completely ruined. Where did this delivery boy come from? Do you have no manners? Security, throw him out of here. Let him in. So, you're the miracle restorer Lin Yuan that Mr. Jung keeps talking about. 800,000? 3 months? He's scamming you for your money. And he's practically signing a death warrant for this screen. It's just a little warp from moisture. HMPH. Warped? Listen here, kid, do you think this is some cheap firewood you burned back in your village? This is red sandalwood from the Qing dynasty. And in Mr. Joe's mansion here, he has a $3 million top-tier climate control system. How could the wood possibly get damp and warp? What a load of nonsense. The system might be mechanical, but the airflow is active. The air vent is only 2.5 meters away from the screen. It's blasting 26-degree cold air right at it all year round. The moisture in that cold breeze builds up day after day, and seeps right into the corner of this 7th panel. Then, you probably thought the room felt a bit damp, so you cranked up the dehumidifier. The surface dried out way too fast, but the moisture trapped inside couldn't escape. The difference in shrinkage between the inside and outside hit nearly 10%. Of course it's going to bulge. Absurd. This so-called traditional craftsmanship lacks any scientific proof. You're just spouting pseudoscience like some cheap street scammer. A limited edition Patek Philippe watch. Retail price, 1,368,000. 800,000. 3 months. I don't have the patience for that. Kid, if you can stay right here in this living room, without moving it a single inch, without taking it out those doors, and completely fix it, this watch is yours. But if you mess it up, the bottom of the Wangpu River will have one more dead delivery boy. And you won't even make a splash. Do you dare to take the job? I'll take it. Get me a basin of freshly boiled water, a full 100 degrees boiling hot. 3 clean, thick cotton towels. Also, I'll need to borrow those 5 massive hardcover art books from your shelf over there. Ha ha ha, hot water and towels? Are you seriously giving Qing Dynasty Zidane wood a bath? Mr. Joe, he has completely lost his mind. Applying 100-degree damp heat directly to old Zidane. That is a massive taboo in the restoration world. It will instantly destroy a century of patina. Stop it, what an absolute waste. Someone stop this maniac, now. Pin him down. Those wood fibers, tightened from drying out too fast, are stretching out and softening, little by little. Alright then, all done. Not yet, we wait 45 minutes. Wait a second, did the wood just straighten out on its own? Mr. Joe, just look at his smug little face. He is obviously just stalling for time. Wood deformation is an irreversible physical phenomenon. Shush. Keep it down, the wood is alive. Right now, it is thinking things over. You little punk, are you messing with me? The time is just about up. What? Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. This goes against all science. What kind of cheap parlor trick did you use? Who the hell are you? Just a food delivery guy. Ha ha ha, oh, that feels good. So damn satisfying. Professor Han, Pack up your 800,000 worth of science toys, and get the hell out. And do not even bother sending me the bill. It would disgust me. Ha ha ha. Lin Yuan, quit the delivery gig. Come work for me. All these antiques in my house need someone to look after them. I will make you an offer. 3 million a year. Comes with a car and a house. How does that sound? Mr. Joe, I appreciate the kind offer, but I cannot take this job. What, is it not enough? You can set your own price. It is not about the money. I learned this trade from my grandfather. The old man laid down a strict rule. These hands only restore things I am destined to fix. As for who I work for, or how much I get paid, none of that matters. HMPH. Destined? Cut the righteous act. What exactly is this destiny? I like the look of it, and it likes the look of me. When it gets sick, I just so happen to have the cure. That is what I call destiny. Ha ha ha, interesting, truly fascinating. In this entire circle, you are the very first person with the guts to turn me down to my face. Alright. I will not force a stubborn guy like you. Here is my personal number. If you ever change your mind, or run into trouble you cannot handle, call me anytime. Thank you, Mr. Joe. Hold on a second, let me give you a heads up. You slapped Han Guodong right in the face in front of everyone today. That old fox is deeply rooted in the Shanghai antique restoration scene. His connections run deep, and he is incredibly vindictive over the smallest things. You ruined his 800,000 hustle. He is going to want to eat you alive. Also, that Ming Dynasty armchair belonging to Mr. Zheng, you really did a beautiful job fixing it. Watch your back out there. What a coincidence. From the moment I stepped into Mr. Zheng's house to deliver that food, everything is terrifyingly coincidental. It feels like I'm just playing a pre-programmed character, meant to solve a specific problem at a specific time. Mr. Zheng, we have a situation with Lin Yuan. Get your ass over here right now. Look, Mr. Zheng, the culprit is finally here. HMPH, Lin Yuan. I put so much trust in you. I bragged to all my friends about what a miracle worker you are. And this is how you repay me? This leg didn't just collapse on its own. Antique restoration is a precise science. But he, just to save himself some effort, rammed some garbage wedge nail in there, completely destroying the mortise and tenon joint. It ruined the original internal stress balance. The rosewood couldn't bear the uneven pressure, and the internal tension just snapped. After being moved around these past few days, it completely broke apart right down the middle. Yeah, exactly. This morning, I was just wiping it with a rag. I barely even touched it. And it just fell to pieces. I finally understand what Mr. Joe meant by a setup. A compensation of 3,600,000 is more than enough to lock me up for life. They dug this trap a long time ago, just waiting for me to jump right in. Well, kid, was that 20,000 easy money? If you don't give me a damn good explanation today, I will make your life a living hell in this city. My team of lawyers will bury you in millions of debt. You'll be paying it off into your next life. Mr. Zheng, why waste your breath on a low-life scammer like him? Just call the cops. Get the Economic Crimes Unit involved. Sue him for fraud and intentional destruction of cultural relics. Mr. Zheng, if you want to call the police, go ahead. But before they get here, you might want to take a close look at who really sabotaged this rosewood. What are you trying to pull? Rosewood is extremely hard. A natural break would definitely leave a rough and splintered edge. But this fragment right here, it has an incredibly harsh, forced crack mark. This kind of fracture is only left behind by a devastating, blunt force impact. Why are you still talking nonsense? The facts are right in front of us. It was your garbage wedge that snapped the whole piece of wood. Mr. Zheng, just call the cops and have him arrested. Professor Han, you were just swearing up and down that the wedge I hammered into the top destroyed the stress balance, which caused the chair to break, right? Bullshit. What other reason could there be besides your amateur, hack job methods? Then open your damn eyes and look closely. My repair was done at the mortise joint on the top, and the fish glue and wedge are completely intact. Meanwhile, the chair leg snapped right in the middle, a full 15 centimeters away from my repair point. That's because the pressure traveled down along the wood grain. This just proves how stupid your method was. HMPH. Then why don't you explain to me how this half-moon-shaped metal dent just magically appeared out of thin air on this rosewood? Rosewood is as hard as steel. To smash through it and leave a dent like this, the weapon had to be a heavy metal object. Professor Han, yesterday at Mr. Joe's house, on your right thumb, you were wearing a solid gold and jade thumb ring. Why aren't you wearing it today? Or maybe, is there a tiny piece of gold missing from the edge of that thumb ring? You're making this up. Mr. Jung, he's just trying to distract you. This is pure slander. How can you believe a rabid dog of a delivery boy? Professor Han, show us your right hand. Mr. Jung, I forgot to wear it today. Professor Han wouldn't have the guts to do this alone, nor the opportunity. The security system in Mr. Jung's penthouse is the best in all of Shanghai. Not even a fly could get in here. The only one who could get close to this chair is an inside man. That's you, Lee, isn't it? Mr. Jung, there are hidden high-definition infrared cameras in all four corners of this living room. Just pull up the footage from 12 last night to 6 this morning. Go through it frame by frame, and everything will be perfectly clear. The cameras were broken last night. They didn't record anything. Broken? How incredibly convenient, but that's fine. The tiny metal flakes left inside this dent, we just need to scrape them off and send them to the city's forensic center for a spectral analysis. The results will be out in just 4 hours. Intentionally destroying an antique worth $3,600,000. The main culprit gets 10 years minimum, plus confiscation of all assets. And as for the accomplice, even if you cooperate, you're looking at a solid 5 years doing hard time behind bars. You're only in your 20s, right? Your life has barely begun, and you're already planning to spend half of it locked up? Mr. Jung, it wasn't me. Mr. Jung, Han Guodong put me up to it. Shut up, you lying little bastard. I'll rip your mouth right off your face. Hold that old dog down. Han Guodong transferred 200,000 to my personal account last week. He told me to just take something heavy, and secretly give the chair leg a couple of whacks, just to loosen the joints that Lin Yuan had fixed. He just wanted the chair to fall apart and cause a little embarrassment at the banquet. I was blinded by the money. During my night shift last night, I took that solid copper ring and gave it a smash. But I must have hit the wrong spot. That old wood it completely snapped off. He told me he could make you believe that it was Lin Yuan's botched repair job. Then, he would step in as an external expert to take over and scam you out of a 1 million repair fee. Mr. Jung, I was wrong. Please, I'm begging you, don't send me to jail. Lawyer Zhang, bring the Economic Crimes Unit over here immediately. Right to my apartment. We have a case of commercial fraud, colluding with an insider, and the intentional destruction of private property worth $3,600,000. I want these two to pay dearly for this. And one more thing, send out a joint circular to the National Antique Collectors Association. I want to make absolutely sure that Han Guodong will never lay his hands on even a piece of rotten wood in this industry again. Lin Yuan, I owe you a formal apology. Quanfangda Collection, it was I who was completely blind. Quanfangda Collection, I let that old fraud mess with my head. Quanfangda Collection, I almost wronged a true master craftsman like you. You're too kind, Mr. Jung. I'm just a simple carpenter. I only follow the rules set by the wood itself. As long as the wood is pure, then my conscience is clear. With your level of skill and courage, delivering takeout is an absolute waste of your talents. Can this chair still be saved? It should be salvageable. However, it wouldn't just be a simple repair anymore. We call it grafting. I'd need to find a piece of wood from the exact same era and material. Even aged Hainan rosewood that grew in the exact same conditions. And use lost traditional joinery to perfectly graft it onto the damaged spot. But listen, this work is incredibly delicate. We absolutely cannot do it here in your living room. I need a professional studio with perfect temperature and humidity control. 10 million. What? I will inject an initial capital of 10 million up front. We'll rent an entire vintage villa in the old town with a private studio. All the top-tier equipment will be flown in straight from Germany within 2 weeks. I'm not hiring you. We're partners. You bring your elite skills, and I'll bring all the capital and connections. We split the profits 50-50. A 10 million investment, a 50-50 split? That means, I'm no longer some bottom feeder working for scraps, but a true, equal partner. The equipment and workspace are easy to handle, but finding that premium piece of Hainan wood for the graft is absolutely priceless and harder to find than gold. It's not something you can just buy with money on the spot. I'll immediately reach out to every auction house in Shanghai and tap into my private board connections to track it down. We won't find it through official channels, but Mr. Joe just told me about a place off limits to the living that might just have it. What kind of place? The ghost market. This ghost market Joe mentioned is an abandoned industrial park without a single working streetlight. At 12 midnight, the place is packed with people, yet quiet as a massive graveyard. The cold beams of flashlights sweep across the street stalls. 99% of it is obvious, fake trash. I don't look at the appearance, I just follow the scent. It's rosewood, and not just any rosewood, it's the oily Hainan rosewood that's been extinct for decades. Century-old vintage wood. Hands off, look all you want, but don't taint it with your vulgarity. Old man, I want this piece of wood. Name your price. 100,000? 500,000? 1 million? Just give me a nod. The money will be in your account instantly. 1 million? Young man. Even if you piled 10 million in cold, hard cash right here on my sack, I still wouldn't sell this piece of wood. You won't sell? If you're not selling, why bring it out in the middle of the night? I don't sell for money. To a blind man like me, money is just toilet paper. I only trade. Trade for what? Imperial porcelain from the Ming dynasty? Calligraphy and paintings from the Qing dynasty? You just name it, my boss has all the elite connections you could ask for. Even if it's at the ends of the earth, I'll get it for you. I'll trade it for a story about wood, but if your story doesn't match the temper of this ancient wood, even if you offered your life, I wouldn't give you a single ounce of sawdust. Old Mo is losing his mind again. This blind old fool has been crazy for over a decade, just ignore him. My name is Lin Yuan. For 3 generations, my family has dedicated our lives to working with wood. My grandpa lived out in the countryside, holding onto a broken wooden sign that read, Lin Family Carpentry. He spent 50 years as a traditional carpenter. Since I was 6 years old, these hands of mine have been soaking in boiling fish glue. Everyone in the village used to laugh at my grandpa for refusing to use modern glue. Instead, he insisted on spending hours boiling that stinky, tedious animal glue. So what did he say? My grandpa used to say that wood has a soul. You have to follow its nature. Chemical glues completely choke the life out of the wood's pores. That's basically killing it, but man, we were so broke. I had to count every single penny just to afford a 30 yuan bowl of braised chicken. So I threw down my family's heirloom wood plane and ran off to Shanghai to deliver takeout. That is, until yesterday. I used our traditional mortise and tenon joinery to restore a Ming dynasty armchair. I made 20,000 yuan, and today, I restored a set of Qing dynasty sandalwood screens. That would have made me 1,360,000 yuan, but I turned it all down. Because it suddenly hit me, what my grandpa spent his whole life protecting was never about those pitiful wages. It was about pride. It's the unbending backbone of a true craftsman. And this piece of wood today, I'm going to use it to rebuild the leg of that armchair, the one that was maliciously smashed to pieces. I'm going to take it right into the most glamorous part of the French concession here in Shanghai, and proudly put it back on display. Tell me, is your grandfather's name Lin Shui? How do you know my grandpa's name? The Lin family's signature craft. My grandpa searched for this for 10 whole years. How did it end up with you? 40 years ago, at the Beijing woodworking factory. He was our top senior apprentice. But then, a massive disaster struck. Those rich elites poisoned my eyes and blinded me. Your grandfather nearly died fighting them off just to help me escape. He shoved this seal into my hands back then. He said, seeing this seal is like seeing him in person. Great uncle, Here, take it. This top-tier wood has been waiting for you in this pitch-black ghost market for 40 years. Take it, and do your grandfather proud. Show them all what our ancestors' true craftsmanship really looks like. The broken edge of this priceless vintage wood is completely dead, so the only way to bring it back to life is with the Lin family's lost yin-yang technique. Here, in this notebook, is the second half of the manual that your grandfather didn't have time to take with him back then. It contains all the true master techniques. Listen to me, child. The antique underworld in Shanghai is dangerously deep. Today, you staked your reputation with 10 million. Tomorrow, countless bloody hands in the shadows will come to tear your shop down. What's in this notebook can save your life, and it can take the lives of those bastards, too. Take it. I knew right then that when the sun rises tomorrow, the moment the signboard for the Lin family woodworking shop is raised in the French concession, a true storm of blood and chaos would just be beginning. Boss Zheng's financial power was absolutely staggering. In less than a week, 10 million in funding was entirely poured into this top-tier equipment. I locked myself inside this underground fortress. For 7 whole days, I studied day and night, poring over Great Uncle's manual. That rare vintage wood I found in the ghost market had to be worked with the Lin family's lost yin-yang technique to make the repair truly flawless. Boss Lin has been locked up for 7 days now, and Mr. Zheng's broken chair still hasn't been brought back to life. The appraisal event is tomorrow night. Joe, is this the so-called god-tier artist you've been hyping up? Sophie, you just don't get it. This is true Eastern heritage. Heritage? What kind of artistic value is there in fixing up some old piece of junk? My digital NFT art just sold in New York yesterday for $2.6 million. Now that is the eternal art of the future. $2.6 million just to buy a pile of cyber trash that turns into absolutely nothing the second the power goes out. Your crowd really does make money easier than scavengers on the street. How dare you insult my masterpiece? Do you even know the first thing about blockchain uniqueness and decentralization? That rotten piece of wood in your hands, in 50 years, it'll be nothing but a pile of ash for the fireplace. But my NFT? It will live on forever in the cloud servers. Immortal? Listen here, little girl. This Ming Dynasty armchair right here has survived in this world for 400 solid years. The amount of living people it has seen is way more than the dead bodies you'll ever see in your entire lifetime. You're nothing but a lowly handyman. What gives you the right to shut your mouth? Don't you dare touch his work. Yin and Yang, the legendary, heaven-defying technique recorded in the Lin family's ancient journals. With even a 1,000th of a millimeter of error, the two pieces of incredibly hard rosewood will completely reject each other and shatter instantly into pieces. Look, kid, I don't understand your invisible, imaginary cloud. But any piece of wood restored by the Lin family? As long as this earth keeps spinning, it will stand firmly grounded on this earth. Absolutely miraculous. The $10 million that Boss Lin and Mr. Zheng invested was worth every single penny. Ha 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 ha. Mr. Zhou, please do me a favor and inform Mr. Zheng that tomorrow night's studio grand opening and the appraisal event will proceed exactly as planned. I'm going to use this brutally smashed chair to absolutely destroy the egos of half the antique dealers in Shanghai. Tonight is the official unveiling of the Lin family woodworking studio. At the grand opening gala, every single prestigious antique master and financial tycoon in Shanghai has shown up. Right in the very center of the exhibition hall, heavily guarded by 8 security men in black suits, sits the very item draped in premium red silk. The Ming Dynasty armchair. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for gracing us with your presence tonight. We are gathered here to witness a true miracle together, and for me to proudly introduce my personal business partner, a true master craftsman possessing heaven-defying skills, Master Lin Yuan. Flawless. It is absolutely flawless. Young man, is this the yin and yang technique that was lost for over a century? And the legendary grafting method? You have an incredible eye, elder son. It's premium Hainan rosewood I found in the black market, locked together using my family's ancestral yin and yang joint technique. Without a single drop of chemical glue, and without a single modern iron nail. You bunch of relics clinging onto rotten wood, it's absolutely pathetic. Patching up some old trash to look brand new, you call that a miracle? Is there even an ounce of creativity in that? My digital NFT art is the ultimate form of art that represents the future. Little girl, this NFT thing of yours, right? It's an unalterable digital asset. It represents absolute immortality on the blockchain. HMPH, immortality? Let me ask you this, when your servers shut down, and when the file formats become completely obsolete, will your $2.6 million on that screen leave even a single trace behind? But this chair, 400 years ago during the Great Ming Dynasty, it was a thing of beauty. And today, under Master Lin's hands, it remains absolutely breathtaking. Fast forward another 400 years, between a pile of code that dies when the power goes out, and a physical masterpiece carrying 4 centuries of warmth and history, which one do you think deserves to be tossed into the garbage bin of time? Future art? Pay your electricity bill first, then we'll talk. Ha 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 ha, what a total joke. Ha 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 ha, Boss Lin. That 400-year-old slap in the face sure rang loud. I knew that beneath this glamorous, luxurious facade, a terrifying, unseen hand had already locked its sights dead onto me. A deposit of 500,000? Boss Joe, are you joking with me? Our Master Lin is so swamped right now, he doesn't even have a second to grab a sip of water. For orders under 3 million? Come back and wait in line in 3 years. P. President Wu, what brings you here in person? Truly a formidable young man, to take a ruined, scrapped piece of Wanghuali wood, and actually bring it back to life using the lost yin-yang joint technique. You flatter me, President Wu. A carpenter does the work, takes the pay, and solves the client's problems. But you brought such a massive entourage today. It doesn't look like you're just here for tea. Straight to the point, ha ha ha, I just love that arrogant, stubborn energy of yours. Since you claim there is no piece of wood you cannot fix, today, on behalf of the entire Shanghai Collectors Association, I am delivering an absolutely massive fortune right to your doorstep. Lin Yuan, don't rush. This is a wood painting from the late Ming Dynasty. A wood painting. This involves taking a 1,000-year-old cypress tree and insanely slicing it down into translucent wooden sheets less than 0.1 millimeters thick. Then, the painting is done right on top of it. This piece is called Wither and Flourish, but it has a far more notorious name, the Tree of Misfortune. Over the past 30 years, 3 top-tier restoration masters who didn't believe the curse tried to touch it. One went completely insane, one went bankrupt and jumped off a building, and another, right in the middle of the restoration, ruined a corner of the painting because his hand trembled. He was forced to chop off his own right hand right then and there. President Wu, surely you must be joking? The physical structure of this thing is already completely dead. There are over 1,000 stress fractures. It is absolutely impossible to restore. You're just setting our Master Lin up to fail. Lin Yuan, aren't you supposed to be so arrogant? Didn't you boast that if the wood is pure, you are pure? The restoration fee is 5 million in cash. As long as you can fix it. Tomorrow, I will personally sign the papers to make an exception and promote you to the chief expert of the Shanghai Collectors Association. Every antique resource in the entire Yangtze River Delta will be yours for the taking. But, if you fail to fix it, or if, during the process, you drop even a single, microscopic speck of wood dust, that will be considered intentionally destroying a Grade 1 cultural relic. I will use the full power of the association to have your bullshit Lin's wood workshop shut down permanently and completely ruin your reputation. Lin Yuan, reject him. That old fox is here for your life. This painting can't be saved at all. I'll take the job. Are you insane? Ha 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 ha. Excellent. You've got guts. 3 days. I am only giving you 3 days. 3 days from now, at exactly 12 noon, I will bring the media and all the board members of the association to inspect your work. This isn't a painting at all. This is a horrific, bloody crime scene. Under the microscope, the dark purple bloodstains look like an incredibly sharp ice pick, piercing right through my nerves. This was absolutely not some ancient painting that naturally decayed from poor preservation. This is a blood-ridden letter, violently torn apart and sealed away for over 100 years. That old bastard, Chairman Zhao, he's trying to use my hands to destroy the evidence completely. This isn't a stamp. The finger bones are shattered, the palm prints are horribly twisted. This is a bloody handprint, forcefully pressed down. Autumn of the Ren Shen year, at midnight, Warlord Zhao slaughtered all 7 members of my family. It all makes sense now. That so-called curse of bad luck was never a curse at all. It's just the killer's family putting out a smokescreen to cover up their incredibly bloody crimes. So, you figured it out. Chairman Zhao is the direct grandson of Warlord Zhao. That old dog set up a flawless, deadly trap for you. If I mess up the restoration, I'll be charged with destroying a grade 1 artifact. He'll have the perfect excuse to lock me up for life. But if I actually fix it, this bloody evidence of his crimes will be exposed to the world. Which means the exact second you finish it, he'll make sure both you and the painting completely vanish from the face of the earth. Mr. Joe, you sneaked into my bunker in the middle of the night, just to collect my body in advance? HMPH. I'm here to give you a weapon. This is a top secret inside scoop in our circle. Creator of this piece was Wu Chengde, the absolute greatest master woodcarver of the late Ming and early Qing dynasties. Back then, Warlord Zhao tried to force him to carve an incredibly lavish underground tomb. To make him comply, he tortured all 7 of his family members to death. This piece was made by Wu Chengde on death row, drawn using a piece of wood dipped in the blood from his own severed hands. Until you suddenly showed up, Chairman Zhao was terrified that a freakish carpenter like you might actually uncover the secrets hidden in the piece, so he struck first, viciously shoving the painting onto you, forcing you into a dead end. What's this? Right before Wu Chengde died on death row, he barely managed to leave behind this final scrap. It's incredibly pure, century-old boxwood. Boss Zheng and I spent exactly 8 million. We barely managed to intercept it from the black market just 3 hours ago. You and Boss Zheng are really going to war against the all-powerful Zhao family? Ha ha ha, if you combine my Zhou family's wealth with Boss Zheng's capital, we sure as hell aren't scared of some guy named Zhao here in Shanghai. But we can't just fight with brute force. We have to wait for the inspection meeting in 3 days, and reveal this rock-solid evidence to the public perfectly. We'll crush him entirely with public outrage and undeniable proof. But this piece is shattered to bits. It's less than 0.1 millimeters thick. Even if you used the finest needle to apply a single drop of glue, the wood chips would be instantly and completely torn apart by the surface tension of the glue. It's an absolutely unsolvable dead end. That old dog Zhao knew exactly what he was doing. Even the most advanced modern equipment would be useless here. Modern tools might fail, but my Lin family's craftsmanship won't. Watch closely, Mr. Zhou. This is called microscopic threading. I'm going to follow the natural, microscopic grain of this aged boxwood scrap. I'll precisely carve out wood fibers that are 10 times thinner than a human hair, extracting the fibers entirely by hand. Exactly, and then, I'll use my secret, ancient recipe, high-concentration fish glue. Under the highest powered microscope, I'll take these tens of thousands of tiny wood fibers, and embed them, one by one, with absolute precision, straight into the thousands of cracks on the Ku Rong artifact. I'll use Grandmaster Wu Chengdu's own flesh and blood to mend his wronged soul. 3 days from now, at 12 noon sharp, I need Mr. Jung to go all out. Throw as much money as it takes to buy out every major headline media outlet in the Yangtze River Delta. Get them, and every top-tier history expert. Right here, blocking the door to my studio. I am going to completely rip that hypocritical, holy man mask right off President Zhao's face. I want him to watch with his own eyes, as a bloody, century-old injustice is perfectly brought back to life from the dead. We only have 72 hours left, before President Zhao's deadly inspection. I've completely locked down the basement's bulletproof, soundproof door. This isn't just fixing a piece of wood. This is a high-stakes surgery spanning across a century. I'm going to use this willow leaf carving knife in my hand, to help the tragically murdered Grandmaster Wu Chengdu and piece his shattered bones back together, one by one, after 100 years. Li Yuan, you haven't had a single bite of carbs in 30 hours. Come out and eat something. If your hands start shaking, to hell with that 5 million. Do you want to die? Shut up, I still have 840 cracks left. The pores of the wood are completely open. If I stop my blade now, the energy will leak out. Boss Chen, you'd better not die in there. That old dog Zhao just put the word out. Tomorrow at 12 noon. He's not just bringing the directors from the Collectors Association. He's also bringing the Economic Crimes Division and the Cultural Heritage Bureau. He is dead set on making this an open and shut case on the spot, and slapping cuffs on you right then and there. Let him bring them. The more people he brings, the worse he's going to lose tomorrow. The 1103rd piece. Senior Wu, I'm borrowing your flesh and blood for a moment. Ah, damn it, this wood is way too brittle. Structural tension is completely out of control. What's wrong? Did something happen? Lin Yuan, say something. I can't back down. If I pull back now, this artifact is dead for good. Hold together, damn it. President Zhao, Mr. Jung, President Zhao, there's only 10 minutes left until our agreed 3-day inspection deadline. What's the matter? Is your miracle Dr. Chen, the so-called reincarnation of Liu Ban, too scared to show his face because he completely destroyed a national treasure? President Zhao, Lin Yuan is still inside doing the final touch-ups. Time's not up yet. What's the rush? Touch-ups? Mr. Jung, we're all smart people here. Cut the act. The physical structure of the Ku Rong artifact collapsed a long time ago. Even a god couldn't put it back together. If he tried to force a repair, then it's definitely nothing but a pile of sawdust in there now. All of our friends from the media are present today. If that blast door opens, and that great artifact from the late Ming and early Qing dynasties, Ku Rong, has even the slightest bit of damage, that constitutes the heinous crime of intentionally destroying cultural heritage. As the Vice President of the Collectors Association, I will absolutely prosecute this to the fullest extent of the law. I'll make sure he rots in prison. You old bastard Zhao, you'd better not bark too loudly. When that door opens, we'll see exactly who's going to rot in prison. You arrogant little punk, at death's door, and you've still got a smart mouth. Listen up. Time is up. Break that door down right now. Seal off this basement. HMPH. The moment the blast door opened, the entire room went dead silent. Holding the glowing, transparent, climate-controlled display case, I stepped through a sea of flashing camera lights and walked step by step right into the center of the hall. Oh my god, how is this even possible? All 1,280 physical fractures have been perfectly reconnected. There's no glare from chemical adhesives. No traces of modern restoration at all. This is pure fiber implantation. It's absolutely seamless. This is an absolute miracle in the history of Eastern craftsmanship. Ha 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 ha, open your eyes wide, Chairman Zhao. Take a real good look at our Master Lin. Tell me, did he earn that 5 million restoration fee or what? Absolutely incredible. This restoration technique is out of this world. You old geezer Zhao, weren't you just screaming about arresting him a minute ago? The economic crimes officers are right here. Go ahead, tell them to slap the cuffs on him. Well, a true reincarnation of Lu Ban. Master Lin's craftsmanship has truly opened my eyes. It looks like this grade 1 cultural relic has been saved. But since it's fully restored, this painting can no longer stay in a private workshop like this. Seal it up immediately, and transport it back to the Collectors Association's top secret vault. HMPH, so the fox finally shows its true tail. Seal it up and take it away. He knows he's lost. Right now, his only way out is to forcibly take the painting and destroy it. As long as the painting is gone, Senior Wu's innocence will stay buried forever. What's the rush, Chairman Zhao? The painting is restored, sure, but the final appraisal hasn't even begun. What appraisal? The experts from the Cultural Heritage Bureau have already inspected it. There are no issues here. Lin Yuan, don't push your luck and do things the hard way. This is the association's property. Grab it from him. I dare anyone to move a muscle. To all my friends in the media, every single frame you capture next is going to completely rewrite the history of the Shanghai collecting world. Please make sure all your cameras are rolling. Lin Yuan, what do you think you're doing? Turn off all those cameras. This is a highly classified industry secret. Oh my god, what is that? Blood? Is that blood? No, turn it off. Shut it down right now. Chairman Zhao, didn't you swear up and down that this was a cursed technique? Your ancestors really went to incredible lengths to cover up this dirty little secret, didn't they? In the autumn of the Sheng year, at midnight, Warlord Zhao, in order to steal the Ku Rong secret manuscript, slaughtered all 7 members of my Wu family. He locked me in a death dungeon. I wrote these very words using the blood of my severed hand. As my dying words, this debt of blood, isn't it time we settled our debts, principal and interest? You scum, you absolute disgrace to the antique world. How dare you use the blood evidence of an entire family's massacre to swindle people? You filthy scum. Shut your mouth, it's all a fake. This brat tampered with the painting. Smash it to pieces. Stop him. Get your hands off me. Smash it. You old bastard Zhao. Just try and make a move. If anyone dares to lay a finger on this painting today, my carving knife will send you straight to hell on behalf of Senior Wu. Police sirens shatter the peace outside the old mansion. A squad of uniformed officers bursts through the front doors. They quickly secure the scene. Who called the cops? I did, officer. This man is suspected of severe commercial fraud, and he's also suspected of forging cultural artifacts. I am the chief legal officer for the Zhao Group. My client was simply here today to appraise an ordinary antique. Who can prove that so-called bloody handprint wasn't intentionally carved and faked by him? Bullshit, that is 100-year-old blood. Whether it's 100 years old or not, the forensic experts will decide. But until those results come back, Lin Yuan is the prime suspect for vandalizing a cultural artifact. You little carpenter, trying to take me on? Did you really think carving a few words could bring down the Zhao family? By this afternoon, I'll make sure every single bank account in your name is frozen dead. HMPH. You old dog, Zhao. Carvings can be faked, sure, but the deep oxidation layers of the wood and the century-old patina formed by blood seeping into the grain. No advanced modern chemical methods could ever forge something like that. The wood never lies. So what? Even if you prove it's from 100 years ago, who can prove my grandfather was the murderer? Who saw it happen? Where are your witnesses? Without witnesses, this is nothing but a smear campaign. Alright, both of you, knock it off. Since the painting is a crucial piece of evidence, the department will confiscate and seal it immediately. I need you both to cooperate and come down to the station for a statement. This is insane. You're all completely out of your minds. After you. The live stream from noon today, it was only blowing up for 3 minutes. Before the signal got completely cut off across the entire internet. It's not just the trending topics. 11 expose articles were wiped clean within 30 minutes. The Zhao family has pulled in their massive political and business connections. Now they're biting back, claiming that you, Lin Yuan, just wanted to go viral and maliciously vandalized a national treasure to do it. The studio's bank accounts, the court has already frozen them. A 50 million lawsuit, we're totally ruined. The blood and the carving on that painting. The police department's top-tier spectrum analyzer. We'll have the results by tomorrow at the earliest. As long as the results prove it's 100-year-old blood, their lies will completely fall apart. Lin Yuan, you don't understand how these billionaires play the game. Even if the painting is proven authentic, you still have no direct witnesses or hard evidence to prove Commander Zhao gave the execution order. Legally, it's just a convoluted mess. We need an airtight piece of evidence. Otherwise, that old dog Zhao will walk away scot-free, and he'll come after you with everything he's got. My boy, you're still missing one crucial piece of evidence here. Grandmaster. This is what your grandfather risked his life to smuggle out of the capital woodworking factory all those years ago. The second half of the journal. It clearly records how Warlord Zhao persecuted the entire Wu family back then, and the entire process of forcing Wu Zhende to carve the wither and flourish piece. It even has the blood-signed testimonies from several survivors at the time. This is true ironclad evidence. With this in our hands, even if the Zhao family has all the power in the world, they can't flip this case around. This is fantastic, Lin Yuan. We're saved. Tomorrow, we'll hand this journal over to the police and expose the whole truth to the public. I want the Zhao family utterly ruined. Thank you, great uncle. You did a great job, my child. Your grandfather's spirit can finally rest in peace. The Chen family woodworking hall is finally back on its feet. Time remaining until the 50 million compensation deadline. The Zhao family held a live press conference broadcast across the entire internet. The Zhao family press conference, attempting to forcefully pin the blame for damaging the national treasure entirely on me. But little did he know, that final manuscript great uncle sent over was already delivered to the city police's investigation department in the middle of the night. Friends from the media, yesterday, an act of vandalism against a national treasure took place, which was absolutely shocking. The Zhao Group has officially filed a lawsuit with the court. And at the same time, at 8 o'clock this morning, the court officially froze all associated accounts of the Chen family woodworking. To make up for the tragic damage to this cultural relic, I announce that the Zhao family will personally donate 300 million. Security, who let these suspects in here? Kick them out right now. Let's see who dares to lay a finger on us. You old dog Zhao, your 300 million fund. You better save it to buy yourself some premium soap in prison. Officers, These three are prime suspects involved in the destruction of a cultural relic. Bringing them to the Zhao Group's press conference to cause a scene, does that really follow law enforcement protocols? I am going to file a formal complaint against you all. According to the spectral analysis and carbon-14 dating conducted overnight, the bloodstains and hidden engravings on the back of the Wither and Flourish carving date back exactly 112 years. There is absolutely zero possibility of a modern forgery. Furthermore, we received an extremely crucial piece of physical evidence this morning. After trace comparisons, the city police have officially opened a case. Mr. Zhao, this is no longer about you suing others. It's about you being suspected of covering up an intentional murder, along with physical evidence of the crime and massive cultural relic fraud. You need to come back to the station with us immediately for investigation. The witnesses and the evidence are all right here. File received. Ha ha ha. The witnesses and the physical evidence are all right here. This is what my grandfather, Chen Shui, back at the Capital Woodworking Factory, risked his life to bring out, his final manuscript. It not only has detailed records of your grandfather, Warlord Zhao, ordering the arrest of all 7 members of the Wu family, but also the blood-signed signatures of the 3 surviving laborers from that year. Chen Shui, he actually survived back then? HMPH, that's right, he didn't die. And the Chen family's craftsmanship didn't die either. Back then, your grandfather, in order to steal Wu Zhen's peerless carving skills, painted the Wither and Flourish in blood, and you have pushed every single person who came into contact with this artwork to an absolute dead end. And not only that, friends from the media, look at the big screen. This photocopy of an old newspaper from the 21st year of the Republic of China. I spent 80,000 to dig it up overnight. That massive fire was used to cover up the exact scene of the massacre. The time, the location, the people involved. This matches the journal Lin Yuan provided perfectly. The chain of evidence is complete. This is way beyond my scope of civil litigation. Mr. Zhao, our firm is unilaterally terminating our representation. Goodbye. You old dog Zhao, didn't you want 50 million? Let me tell you, my foundation has officially petitioned the court, on behalf of Grandmaster Wu Zhongda's descendants, and all the collectors who were scammed by your painting, to file a class action lawsuit against you. All of your personal assets and corporate accounts have now been completely frozen. Mr. Zhao, please come with us. Don't get too smug, little Carpenter. Even if I get locked up, you'll never survive the deep waters of this industry. You think you've won? I never tried to beat anyone. I'm just a craftsman. When the wood gets dirty, I plane it clean. The Zhao family is stained with blood, and the law will wipe you clean. As for how deep the waters are in this industry, the carving knife in my Chen family's hands can restore the dead. And it can slice through living demons, too. Anyone who wants to test that, bring it on. Mr. Chen, please give us a few more words. Brother, that was one hell of a beautiful victory. We have to drink Motai tonight. Let's go, Boss Chen. Now that this massive case is cracked, your waitlist for orders is probably backed up into the next century. Finally, haha, Senior Wu's soul can finally rest in peace. But suddenly, an inexplicable wave of panic gripped my heart tight. Hello, Uncle Wang? This is Lin Yuan. I'm all ready, Lin Yuan. You finally answered the phone. Hurry back to your hometown. Your grandpa, he just fainted in the front yard. He coughed up so much blood, the old man wouldn't let us tell you. He said you were doing big things in Shanghai, and he didn't want to distract you. Yang, your grandpa is probably. I had one. I won that gamble worth tens of millions against old dog Zhao. But I lost the last of my time with my grandpa. Lin Yuan, this is the best medicine I could get a hold of. I've already called our branch over there. The best medical team is already waiting at the village entrance. There's a car waiting for you at the airport. Lin Yuan, don't panic. The old man is tough. He's still waiting for you. Waiting for you to go back and see that Chen's woodworking signboard. Thank you, guys. I understand. Mr. Zheng, Mr. Zhou. Thank you. I'm leaving everything in Shanghai in your hands. On this journey back, I was no longer a god-tier craftsman. I was just a grandson, desperately rushing home, just to see my grandpa one last time. Grandpa, Yang Yang is back. Yang Yang brought money back. Let's go to a big hospital. Let's go to Shanghai. Okay, my child, I can see you. You fixed that painting beautifully. You didn't bring shame to the Chen family name. Grandpa, we're not fixing paintings anymore. We're going to enjoy a good life. I opened a huge shop in Shanghai. It's called Chen's Woodworking. I'm the boss, and you'll be the grand patriarch. Oh, you silly child. A craftsman's true blessing isn't found in money. Being with the wood, Grandpa's life has been totally worth it. Your great-grandpa passed this down to me. Take it. From now on, you're the head of the Chen family. When wood gets dirty, you plane it clean. Folks are no different. At night, a freak rainstorm hit our little mountain village. I fell to my knees by the bed of the old man who taught me how to hold a plane. And taught me how to be a good man. I was gripping that heavy, ancestral handplane as tight as I could. I knew right then. The old carpenter who had protected me from the storms my whole life was gone, but in that exact moment, his true craftsman's soul became a permanent part of my very flesh and blood. Don't you worry, Grandpa. The Chen family woodworking studio won't just make a name in Shanghai. It's gonna stand tall in the eyes of the whole world. I'll use this handplane to shave the dust off of ancient relics. And I'll use it to shave away all the corruption in this industry, too. Let's go, old buddy. We're heading to the Louvre. Grandpa, can you see it? Look, that right there is the spiritual home of the Chen family woodworking studio. A modern-day miracle of traditional craftsmanship. Boss Chen, why the long face? Today, art media from all over the world are waiting for your closing speech. Oh, it's nothing. I just wasn't planning on giving a speech. I just want to stay right here and cleanly plane down the wood grain that Grandpa never got to finish. Mr. Chen, I've spent my entire life studying restoration, but I've never seen anyone breathe actual life into wood before. How exactly did you do it? My grandpa always taught me, a craftsman might fix an object, but what he's really straightening out is his own heart. Ah, I see it now. Lin Yuan. What's the plan for our next step? The Zhao family's assets have been completely liquidated. That 50 million in compensation? It was transferred in full to the woodworking studio's account yesterday. So, are we opening up a branch in New York? I just took a call. The folks in the capital want to hire you on as a special advisor. They said you can name your price. Li Yuan, you're officially the absolute top dog in the industry right now. Mr. Zheng, we're not opening any branches. And you can turn down that advisor gig for me too, Mr. Zhou. I want to go back to the countryside. Back to the old workshop. I'm gonna start a school out there, specifically to teach those clumsy, old-fashioned crafts that nobody else wants to learn anymore. I want the sound of this Chen family handplane to keep echoing through those fields of yellow flowers, forever. Ha ha ha, damn it, I knew we couldn't keep you here. Fine, you go teach your students, and I'll fund the damn school. HMPH, the water in this city is way too dirty anyway. I'm gonna head out to your place to get a whiff of fresh wood shavings and clear my eyes out. The city breeze, it could never blow away the scent of wood that's carved deep into my bones. I've crossed mountains and oceans. I've conquered lifeless objects, and I've battled human greed, but in the end, I finally realized. What I really want the most is still the image of Grandpa sitting in the evening sun, pushing that handplane back and forth in perfect peace. Grandpa, I'm not cold, my hands are plenty warm.